Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg and his wife Priscilla Chan are expecting their first child, and he was surprisingly candid when he made the announcement on Facebook, but I really appreciate the nature of his comment and what he shared with the public. So let me give you a little example of that. He said that Priscilla and I have some exciting news. We're expecting a baby girl. We want to share one experience to start. We've been trying to have a child for a couple of years and have had 3 miscarriages along the way. You feel so hopeful when you learn you're going to have a child. You start imagining who they'll become and dreaming of hopes for their future. You start making plans and then they're gone. It's a lonely experience. Most people don't discuss miscarriages because you worry your problems will distance you or reflect upon you as if you're defective or did something to cause this. So you struggle on your own. We hope that sharing our experience will give more people the same hope we felt and will help more people feel comfortable sharing their stories as well. Now, it's kind of incredible because miscarriages are way more common than people realize. In fact, about 1 in 5 pregnancies do end in miscarriage, and a lot of people don't know that. And they'll blame miscarriages on things like drug or alcohol use. About 76% of people think that miscarriages are due to stress. And so this kind of opens up a conversation about something that people typically don't like to talk about. Now, it's interesting that I have 2 dudes on the panel to talk about this. But Tony, I want to start with you. Make your point.
Yeah, I'm a comedian. I'm going to joke about miscarriages. No, as someone who, I want to have kids, and I know a lot of friends who have tried for a long time to have kids, and it's hard. And I know that it's just something that also happens. I don't think it's because of maybe your lifestyle choices. I think sometimes your body just isn't ready. Mm-hmm. So, and I think it's cool that he was pretty open about talking about it.
Yeah, this is such a personal matter. No one talks about miscarriages, and I really respect the fact that he did this. Karamo, what do you think? Make your point.
I think it's pretty amazing, like both of you said. I mean, there's a stigma around miscarriages, and what he said in his statement, which was really poignant, was defective. Because a lot of people feel like, well, what's wrong with me? Are people going to judge and think that there's something wrong with me? And the case of the matter is that it's nothing wrong with you. This is just something that happens very often, and more people need to be supported in this because when they're not supported, they go through depression, they have all these emotions, relationships end because of this. And so I'm happy that he's opening up the conversation about this.
Yes, a lot of relationships do end because of this. They have a hard time recovering. And, I just had a family member who suffered from an abortion, a miscarriage. And that was a weird Freudian slip. But it was really difficult for her because she was afraid that people were going to judge her lifestyle, even though she hadn't done anything wrong. But again, it's more common than people realize. Well, here's the personal question for this story, and it's just as serious as the topic at hand. Have you ever had a health scare? Karamo?
Yeah. I mean, as we all know from past experiences on this show, I'm very sexually promiscuous. And so there have been...
Keeping shit real.
Exactly. There have been several times that I thought that I've had a sexually transmitted disease. Like, I've thought that I had HIV. I was convinced, and I was like,
oh my God.
This is going down this path, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was a time that I thought that I had like gonorrhea or some shit. Luckily, I didn't. I have had it before, though. It's not fun. It's not fun.
Okay.
It's not fun.
All right. I was thinking about getting it.
Yeah, exactly. I can show you how, but
oh my gosh.
Maybe when the camera stops.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
No, so I've had those.
This is a family-friendly
exactly.
show. No, it's not. It's not family-friendly at all. Don't let your kids watch this.
Yeah.
What about you, Tony?
Well, anytime someone offers me fruit salad for dessert, I think that's a health scare. 'Cause I don't like eating healthy. But right, thank you guys. No, well, recently I went to the dermatologist. I've never been to the dermatologist, and I just went in to check something else, and they're like, "Well, what's this on your nose?" I go, "Well, I don't know. It's just been there for a little while," and I guess they said it's precancerous, and when you hear that, you're like, "Huh, what?" Cancer?
So you turned to a cartoon character.
Right. I was like, oh my. No, but so they're in the process of. I've gone a few times, and they're dealing with it, burning it off, I guess. But it's still like, huh. I mean, and it's pre-cancer. It's not cancer, but you're still like that word cancer's in there. I don't care if pre and a hyphen's in front of it.
Right.
Yeah,
I know.
scary.
But thankfully they caught it early. It's crazy that we're getting to that age where people start getting illnesses like that.
I know 23 is
Yeah.
a hard age.
23.
Hard age.
23, everybody. 23.
All right, I'll share my health scare real quickly before we end this segment. I thought I had breast cancer at one point because as I was adjusting my bra, I felt this really hard lump. And I freaked out. I was like, oh, I have breast cancer. My life's over. So that's it, right? But I went to the doctor, and they told me that it's a cyst of some sort and that I actually have several of them. And the reason why I have it is because of my caffeine consumption. So the doctor told me that if I want it to go away, or at least if I want them to get smaller, I need to stop drinking caffeine, which I've done a really good job with.
Exactly.
So they just got bigger.
I mean, this is actually terrible, but sometimes if I allow myself to have too much caffeine, the one that bothers me the most does feel like it gets bigger and it hurts. Like it hurts to even touch it. It's like tender.
Wow.
So caffeine is not harmless. It really depends on how your body reacts to it. But I'm addicted to caffeine, so I'm not going to stop. That's just the way it goes. It's my drug.
You go.
Anyway, don't ever look up to me because that's a terrible thing to do. If a doctor tells you to stop doing something, you should probably stop doing something.
Immediately.
But I do want to hear from you guys. Have you ever had a health scare? And also, what do you make of this story involving Mark Zuckerberg? Do you think it's too much information? Do you think it's just the right amount of information? I think it's great that he's opening up a dialogue about something that people feel uncomfortable discussing, but maybe you feel differently about it. So comment in the section below and let me know what you think. We'll see you soon.